guest today has a master's degree in security management and in international relations from American universities and also a business degree from the University of the Philippines. She is certified in VIP protection by the Armed Forces of the Philippines General Training Headquarters.
And now based in Switzerland, she is the founder and CEO of Strategic Edge, a security consultancy in Switzerland specializing in security training for organizations in the Middle East and Asia.
She also gives professional training to military security and law enforcement personnel in Europe as well as in crisis countries like Kurdistan, Iraq, Afghanistan, and Nepal. And this morning, makakasama po natin si Miss Edessa Ramos. And welcome back to Rise and
Welcome
Shine.
back.
Thank you.
Di ba guest ka rin?
Yeah, that's Friday.
Oo, may mga pinakita-kita ka.
Arnis. I'm so happy to be back.
Yeah, Miss Edessa, umpisahan na natin. Is there a difference between an international security professional and a VIP security?
Yung pong VIP security, it's a specialization within the security industry. It means protecting very important people, protecting executives, protecting politicians and their families. So it's more than being a bodyguard. It's actually planning how to keep these people safe, the people that you are responsible for. So yun ang VIP.
Yun ang work mo na parang...
That's part of one of the services we offer in Strategic Edge.
Okay.
But when we talk about international security, mas malawak na field yan. It means that you have to have the knowledge and the skills to analyze risk, in the countries where you want to operate, at saka to analyze the risk internationally, to understand the global situation, political, economic, cultural, lahat po yan. And given that, you will be better informed how to design security programs for the people you are protecting or the companies or the organizations you are protecting.
Okay, what about the requirements in order to qualify as a VIP security and or international security professional?
Well, VIP security, you need a very focused training. May mga training.
May height requirement po ba?
Age
Wala.
limit? Weight?
Wala rin.
With pleasing personality ba?
Wait, nakakatulong.
Yeah,
Wala
weight.
rin. Wala rin. It's, actually, we know this industry is very male-dominated. Ang tendency is mga lalaki, mga maskulado, mga malalaking tao, matangkad. Usually mga galing sa military, ganyan. But not necessary. Kasi ako, hindi naman yun ang background ko. Ang background ko actually is business and education. You know, but I have a passion for helping keep people safe. Diba?
So number one is training. Pareho lang ba ng training ginagawa para sa mga lalaki at para sa mga kababaihan?
Not really. Kaya kung babae ka na papasok sa industry na to, you have to be able to keep up. At kayang-kaya naman yan eh.
Like, what did you do? You had CPR training?
Kaya kasama yon first aid, because you also act as a first responder, so you need to be trained in first aid. It's also ideal that you're trained in weapons. So, and in defense against weapons, defense against attacks, you know, so that you can respond to violence para maprotekta mo yung sarili mo at saka yung kliyente mo. Kasi kasali din dyan yung pagprotekta sa sarili. Kasi hindi ka naman effective kung ikaw yung napahamak, edi hindi mo maprotektahan yung iyong responsibility.
So, ayun yung mga trainings na ina-undergo nila. Can you enumerate more pa po ng mga trainings?
Yes.
Kasama ba yung yung hindi pagngiti, yung parang laging serious?
Hindi naman.
Hindi kasi di ba pagka-security, parang hindi mo sila makitaan na mag-smile, parang laging serious na parang, tapos yung mga mata nila parang,
Poker face.
di ba? Kasama ba yun sa training?
Well, when you are responsible for guarding, for example, it's good na hindi nababasa yung expression mo. People don't know what you're thinking.
Parang hindi nila mabasa.
Hindi ako pwede doon.
Hindi yata tayo pwede. Hindi, magaling ka naman umarte.
Hindi.
In a way, acting din yun.
Yes,
Diba? Kasi
yes.
kahit na marami kang inaalala, marami kang pinapanood, marami kang iniisip, multitasking yan eh. Hindi dapat nakikita sa mukha mo yun.
What about, do they undergo like IQ tests?
Not really, not really.
No
of course,
psychological exams?
Yan.
that's
Psychological
important because usually when you enter the security industry, kailangan may background screening yan. So yung to make sure that you're a reliable, honorable person, so at may integrity and honest, sometimes hindi ginagawa ng ibang mga companies, but it's very important, you know, that we do this. And then yung tanong mo, yung pagngiti, for me personally, personality, a smiling, friendly personality is very important. Kasi it doesn't mean you are less efficient and especially incapable of fighting just because you smile all the time. I think it's important to enhance the friendliness of the environment because it reduces the risk.
What about the
no?
refresher courses? Like, example for you. Like, how long have you been in this business?
Actually, in terms of where I call myself an expert, after I graduated from security management and I got my master's degree. But before that, I was already involved in all aspects of security. I'm a scuba diver, I'm a first aid responder, and I'm a trainer. And then nandyan yung bahagi ng professionalism is you keep upgrading your know-how and your skills. Tuloy-tuloy na
Okay,
training.
how did you become an international expert no do sa pagiging tawag nito? Yung mga skills mo, paano ka napasok sa ganon? Paano ka nag-start?
Okay.
Did you apply?
Yes.
No.
Well, I worked for a German security firm, for instance, a few years ago, because they needed someone who is willing to work in Nepal. And
Nepal?
Yes, and I was in Nepal. And,
Na-excite ka?
Maganda doon. And then who will help organizations design their security plans, you know. So I worked for them. And, you know, usually in this field, mahirap yung by application eh. Kailangan ipaalam mo at marami kang contact, marami nakakaalam na meron kang ganitong kakayahan, na you have this expertise, and then it's really network.
Network.
It's
But
network
when you
building.
started, what did you know how to do already?
Actually, a lot of it started with our niece because I'm an arnisador, and I learned martial arts and I learned self-defense. And then I started teaching self-defense to others, to people. And then I upgraded that to tactical know-how, meaning yung ating arnis and martial arts, dinagdagan ko ng kaalaman sa paggamit ng weapons, ng firearms, at saka all of these things. And then nag-member ako sa International Law Enforcement Education and Training Association para ma-qualify ako to teach law enforcement.
Okay.
You know.
And ito naman po, what do you do as a security expert and in what parts of the world do you go to? Talagang world eh, hindi lang Philippines eh. Oo.
Ay, magugulong lugar ang pinupuntahan ko.
Parang excited.
Magugulong lugar, tapos
Gusto niya, oo.
takot, parang
Passion nga niya.
Passion niya to protect people.
Actually, that's part of being a well-trained person is yung mga emotions mo, yung mga takot mo, yung mga pag-aalala mo, that is put to the side because your training kicks in. You know, when you know what to do and you know you're efficient, ayun, you can do this work. You know, but where I go, for example, right now we have programs in Afghanistan, in Iraq, mainly in northern Iraq, which is Kurdistan, and we're planning to open some operations in Lebanon kasi nandyan yung mga pangangailangan. And it's because right now we focus on protecting humanitarian workers. Yung mga nagpupunta sa mga delikadong lugar para tumulong sa mga refugees. You know, these organizations, they need protection. And usually they cannot afford it. And yung company namin hindi to profit making.
Yes.
You know, we provide what organizations are able to afford because the most important thing is maprotektahan sila because they are doing work for humanity. You know.
okay.
Yes.
That's
What
why.
challenges do you encounter as a woman? Do people put you
Doing
down?
a man's
Diba?
job.
And a
Diba?
Filipina in a foreign country.
I mean, I know kaya naman natin yung mga lalaki, but like for you in your case.
Well, I think the biggest challenge is to not let any of that get in the way. Hindi mo isipin yan. Ang isipin mo is you're good at what you do. You can excel in anything that you do in this field. At hindi mo i-compare ang sarili mo sa iba, lalo na sa mga lalaki. I-compare mo lang ang sarili mo sa kakayahan mo at gagalingan mo at gagalingan mo.
But how do you earn their respect? Of course, wala mo
Yeah.
respeto yan dahil babae.
At least pag nakita na kung gaano kagaling siya, bound na sila.
Yes.
But what about, things like the women have that the men don't have? Let's say we have menstruation or, things like that. Is that a problem?
No, that's biology. Biology should never and is never a problem.
And they understand that and that's okay.
It doesn't really matter if they understand it or not. We are.
It doesn't matter if they understand it or not. It's biology.
Yes, and we do our job, and our job is dependent on our know-how and skills, not so much on biology.
Okay. As a humanitarian naman po, how does this go hand in hand in your profession as a security expert?
Yes.
Di ba yung humanitarian, may pagmamahal sa kapwa. Ang ibig sabihin niyan, humanitarian work is about saving lives and alleviating suffering. So pagka mayroong disaster, mayroong incident, may gera, yung mga civilians po, yung mga ordinaryong tao, kailangan tulungan natin sila to save as many lives as we can and to protect them. That is humanitarian. And para sa akin, walang saysay yung pagiging security expert kung ang pagsisilbihan natin ay yung mayayaman lang, for example, or malalaking companies. I want to serve the people who serve humanity. Sila yung gusto kong protektahan. And that's why when I built my organization, finocus ko doon, mainly for humanitarian organizations.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Ms. Edessa. It's not easy to be an international security professional, and being a woman in a male-dominated world is truly inspiring. Thank you very much for what you're doing.
Salamat
And you might have
din.
friends watching us who still do not know that you're in the Philippines right now. Would you like to inform them how they can reach you?
Actually, meron akong... kasi mahirap
Strategic Edge.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
our company is called Strategic Edge, and we have a website, and that's the easiest way is you go there. Our phone numbers are there. It's www.strategicedge.ch. CH kasi ang base niya Switzerland. Switzerland is CH.
Okay.
Mahinhin, no? Mahinhin siya.
Kasi,
Magsalita na malumana.
Yeah.
Diba?
kasi safe tayo dito, masaya tayo, nagmamahalan tayo. Sa delikadong lugar, kailangan tough tayo.
Yes.
Thank you, Ms.
Okay,
Edessa.
thank you so much.
You're welcome.